Fuck.
You were still working here and there during level 4, weren't you?
Yeah. It's been like at least 30 hours a week.
Yeah, I remember sending Snapchats and you're the only one replying. Like at work as well. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, obviously
I thought
Simon's been working the whole time, but
It ain't work, bro. It's sitting at home on my computer. Like,
hey, it's still something you have to do as opposed to, like, what it's still not freedom.
bro,
Still not pure freedom.
all I want to do is just experience
Like this life right here.
Yeah, I just want to have a few weeks,
Freedom.
a few weeks of just doing nothing. Like just weeks of just binging Netflix and just doing nothing on the couch, because I haven't had that experience. Everyone who's been like, oh man, lockdown's been rough, but actually it was nice to do nothing. All the lucky pricks that got
Have
some
a
time
break.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'm
why
fucking...
that's why I was cringing, because we well, like obviously with the police and shit, and we had to do it like full time last, and I was like, man, plumbing gig, all the time off. Well, no, everyone's at home and they want to replace their
working
kitchen
more.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, everyone wants all those odd jobs done now, eh?
Yeah. Oh, I just realised. my
Dealing
sink
with
is
just as
leaking.
much shit, though.
Better smell it.
Dealing with just as much literal shit. That's fucked.
I
The
saw,
stories coming out of the cells.
I saw Cruz the other day.
Yeah,
Is delivering the old goods for Chester's.
yeah. I've seen him doing that. He was over here the other weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been doing that for over a year now, I think.
Yeah, he reckons he's just got himself into a drainage gig.
Okay.
Okay.
Have
Mum
fun in the
yard.
trench.
Are we all set up, Mongington McGee?
Yeah, bro, we've been recording for the last couple of minutes now, so we're all set. We can just
Oh, shit.
fucking roll into
Alright,
it.
alright.
Roll into it whenever we can.
Have we
Well,
got
well,
our
what about... So you go.
Have we got our list?
Yeah, mate. It's all set here on the other screen. I'm not looking like a fucking casual today.
Nah, that's all good.
I thought
thought
I'd write
we'd
it down,
just,
but it's up here.
Alright. I thought we'd just roll in like same sort of structure. I switched that hot take before we do our list. And then we'll just finish with the questions again.
Easy.
Before we... Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of might make a bit more sense if we're going like placings or something like that.
Yep.
Hot take, the Lakers don't make the play-in.
Yeah, because they'll be first seed, cuz. Peep the jersey as well.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
did see
$50
that.
winning jersey, that is.
That
Where's your
is not a
Bengals jersey,
winning.
cuz?
It's not a winning jersey.
No, well, at the moment, it's literally not a winning jersey, and they've got heaps of injuries, and it's... I mean, I've reeled you in at a pretty vulnerable time on my end, but
Confidence
still
is
have
riding
faith.
high.
I'm a Browns fan since day dot. And that's through the
Day
dog
dot.
years.
Bro,
Since he was a giant.
Since day dot, who don't pick him?
can someone enlighten me on the history of what Rodgers was doing? Speaking of the Browns, it was the Browns, right? Where he was going up to the crowd like, "I own you."
No.
So it was the
He
Bears.
was,
Oh, the Bears. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So
And
Green Bay and Chicago are like division rivals, which
Hmm.
means every season they play twice a year.
Yeah.
So for the last 10, 15, actually for pretty much the whole history, the Green Bay has been the better team out of the two.
Mm.
So that's just Rodgers
piping
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And so there's
Some
like
talking shit, really.
Mm.
there's footage of it, and after that touchdown, like camera pans up and into the in the crowd, there's like a whole heap of people just flipping the bird at Rodgers. And it's just, what are you on about? I own you.
I like that. That's some 2004 Carlos Spencer vibes. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a big stiff beat to the crowd after slotting it from the
Andrew
sideline.
Merton.
Bro, runs all the way to the corner to score the try,
Yeah.
not knowing he's going to have to kick it, slots it, and then just gives it to the crowd. That was
What a legend.
We could do a whole episode on 2000 and those early 2000 Blues. What a time. Rupini Daldal.
Oof.
Joe Rokafoko.
I think me and you, Skeen, are like half the views on Rokafoko and Rupini's highlight videos on YouTube. It's just us two watching it.
I'll happily claim it. Yeah. I'm subscribed to AC1275 just because he put up a Joe Rokofoko's highlight 7 years ago. No, that's not true. But
Trading comments, just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. Rokafoko wasn't even as good as Sidavini Sivivatu, and I just ride on there. The fuck he was twice the player of Sivi.
Yeah. All right. Shall we? I'll roll in with. We'll get a little bit of chit chat going, and then I'll roll in with the old intro, and we'll start off with Big Benny Simmons. I thought I'd just I'll introduce you guys a little bit as well, and just go da. Back here with old Jordan and Simon again. How's it going, lads? And then just have a quick little thing, and then I'll roll into it.
Yeah, you want to roll in cold then, yeah?
I'm
easy.
Are we not just starting it now? We should have just started it off that chat.
Yeah.
Oh well, go on.
Cut that little bit out. I thought that was a good chat about the Rockefeller and the Blues.
Yeah, I dropped the ball on that one. I'm sorry.
We'll keep it all in, and it's just part of the process.
Yeah. Yeah, authentic. It'll come across as. We see the process. We see how their brains work.
Every podcast I've followed, like even the people like Tiny Meat Gang and stuff, the people that have massive followings. Like I remember back in the day watching their podcasts, like just all the fuck ups that they'd have. They'd be like, "Oh, we're recording this at 3 a.m. All the footage is corrupted," or something stupid.
Yeah.
Just keep it rolling.
And the dudes from House, they always will like say something and the audio won't there, and then after you'll just hear them go, "Okay, cut that out. You got to cut that out."
Can we bleep that?
Yeah.
Yo, that ugly dude. He kind of looked like. And then after they're like, "You can't put that in, bro. You can't put that in."
That would have been like our first go at this online, and the first like 6 minutes would have just been us going all the chat about the after championship.
If we're talking about Rushmore of Grubs, I've got to pick.
You remember that time he did that?
Remember what we said about the town and he
Classic.
We're rolling there. All right. So episode 2, Lads Talking Footy. Take 2. I'm joined here with none other than Simon and JT. How's it going, lads?
Yo, what's up? Feeling good? Good to be here.
Moldy Zombie. You know.
In the sling. What's going on there, bro?
Okay, so we've done ourselves a little mischief, and that mischief was deciding to play sports. So bit of surgery, fix it up, and then my dumb ass will probably play again at some point. Get hurt again.
We haven't learned our lessons.
Nah. This isn't a goodbye forever. This is just a goodbye for now.
Lost the battle, but we've still got the war.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. We'll kick into it. So obviously there's a lot of saga with the old Ben Simmons trade rumors and whatnot. Lately he's been, or actually today he was training with them. Saw a little awkward video of him not joining in on the old huddle, just walking off early. Trade rumors. When do you reckon they pull the trigger, and who's he going with?
Well, I'll start. I think I'm gonna go with Sacramento. So I did originally think Portland, but then I sort of looked at Portland's team, and they're actually not looking too bad. They've actually, they've got Hassan Whiteside. They've still got Robert Covington, good defender. CJ McCollum will be back. and hopefully healthy, which he was playing the best basketball of his career. So I've gone off topic. Portland, I don't think will pull the trigger on Damian this year. I think they'll be competitive. Sacramento, however, I don't like Luke Walton as a coach. They've got good talent on their roster that's not getting properly utilized. I could see a De'Aaron Fox and a Buddy Hield, or maybe I like Tyrese Halliburton. If I was Sacramento, I wouldn't trade Tyrese Halliburton, but I could see him maybe even being thrown in there to get Ben Simmons and then trying again with a new system, because it's all well and good with all this young talent, but you can't be just sort of staying around that 11 to 8 spot every year, missing out on the playoffs. So I think Sacramento would be the pick for me, and then I reckon it would be a good look having another shooter like Buddy Hield and a good pick and roll player like De'Aaron Fox in the Philadelphia 76ers. So I'm going Sacramento.
That'd be one hell of a super team. You got Tobias Harris, you got Embiid down low, top seed maybe. I like it. Simon?
Perhaps.
Well, I'm not so much clued up in terms of which teams would go well with trades, but I just looked for a team that doesn't have many stars, so would probably have a lot of the cap space to pick them up and not have to lose too much value in terms of other players. But obviously they just got to try and trade like for like. But I was thinking maybe the Detroit Pistons would be a good home for him. I don't see them with a very strong point guard or just like a strong ball handler. They got Jeremy Grant, who's real nice with it, and young and will stay there for a while. Maybe
Cunningham's meant to be that guy as well.
Yeah, but I mean, he's rookie, like coming out of college, so he might do well. But maybe if he studied under Ben Simmons. I mean, how tall is Cade Cunningham? He's a tall for a point guard, yeah.
About 6'7", 6'8", I think.
Yeah, so maybe it could be a good understudy.
As a Pistons fan, I love what you're saying. Keep saying it. We'll take Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I would just love a team to not be so trash. I mean, like, I've seen it in the ads, and their marketing this year is like one of the most competitive years of NBA. And I guess compared to like when you're looking at the Golden State versus Cleveland years, or you can go back further and it gets even worse. But yeah, there's still a couple of teams that would be one star away from being really competitive. Teams that like Cleveland, who have been struggling for a while. The Timberwolves. I think you gave that a shout the other day, Sammy, wasn't it? You were saying that maybe Benny could end up at the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that's who I'm going with. I see them pulling the trigger. They're trying stuff at the moment, and I reckon it might even just be a swap with D'Lo and some picks. I like seeing him on the Sixers. I reckon he just gives them a bit of that ball handling, shooting threat that Ben just hasn't been. And then maybe see what happens in Minnesota with Ben, Edwards, and Towns. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, we'll go into the other day. We launched our picks. So JT, I'll let you start off with that. So you want to talk us through your picks, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so MVP, I had Kevin Durant. It was a toss-up between him and Giannis. From what I've seen from Giannis in the preseason, he's looking like he's added more elements to his game. The mid-range was looking nice. He was actually stroking some pull-up threes. So he's going to be a dangerous man. But I'll stick with Kevin Durant just because I feel like his skill set is a little bit more well-rounded than Giannis's. He's obviously got a deadly handle, the big up. So Kevin Durant, I'm going MVP, especially with Kyrie's probably not going to be around for a lot of the season just due to the whole vaccination thing. So I think he'll have to step up a little bit just to keep the Nets up in that higher echelon of teams. For Rookie of the Year, I had Cade Cunningham. Admittedly, like I said before about the Pistons, I am a Pistons man, so it is a little biased. I think Jalen Green might be the proper favorite in that, but we'll give it to Cade. We'll give it to the Pistons boys. Speaking of Pistons, an old Piston, Derrick Rose for my sixth man of the year. Also a little biased, but he has a good shot. He'll be coming off the bench for the Knicks, and he'll be getting good minutes as well as they've got a pretty tidy guard rotation there. And I think he's shown in his previous years at my Detroit and at Minnesota that he's got a lot of scoring potential still left in the tank, and he's definitely a legitimate contender to win that Sixth Man of the Year. So I'm going with D Rose.
Yeah.
For Defensive Player of the Year, I'm picking Anthony Davis. I think the Lakers, the last couple of years, have always had one of the top-ranked defenses, and that is based off, Frank Vogel is a very good defensive coach. He was good in Indiana. He's been good since he's come to Los Angeles. They've got a lot of big, versatile interior defenders on the Lakers at the moment. So they'll be up there again, and I think he will get a lot of recognition and credit for that, and he'll probably take the Defensive Player of the Year. What else is there? Most Improved Player. I had Michael Porter Jr. Just got the bag in the off season, so I think with his increased role in the team, given that Jamal Murray is out with injury for most of this year, he will have a big season. I'm expecting him to jump up to somewhere around 25 points per game. So I think he's going to take that next jump from being, a talented guy with potential that has a good role in a contending team like the Denver Nuggets, and taking that jump to superstardom and being on par with Jokic and Murray when he eventually returns. It's going to be a dangerous big three up in Denver, I'm thinking. And then last is the finals pick, and I had the Nets. I think they still got enough. If Kyrie eventually does come back, I think that's game over. The Nets will win the finals, and they'll be playing the Los Angeles Lakers on the other side, which I know they're a bit old. It's a bit of a gamble, but I think the talent is too much. They'll be a strong defensive team, and defense, usually wins championships, but it'll be enough just to get them to the finals.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely can see KD taking a late surge at that MVP. I reckon that's a pretty hot one. I'll go through my ones now. MVP Luka. I reckon it's only a matter of time before this happens, and I'm pulling the trigger now. I see that man out in Dallas on top this year. Rookie of the Year, I've got Jalen Green. I reckon he's the hot favorite coming in. I think he's got the highest ceiling out of them all, and he's hungry. So I see that man out in Houston getting it done. Sixth man, I just went with the obvious one. I got Clarkson coming back. The Jazz look red hot again coming into this. They've loaded up again, and he's going to just have a front and center role coming into this. So I like Clarkson for that. Defensive was a tough one. There was a lot of speculation on Simmons last year, and I think it's obviously going to be riding on where he goes, if he ends up playing and whatnot. But I see him with the Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, I went biased as well. It's a toss-up for me between MPJ and JJJ out in Memphis, Jaren Jackson Jr. I reckon he's going to get it done. No Valanciunas this year. He's going to have a bigger role with Ja, and I see them making a big push. My finals prediction. My finals prediction: Nets. I see them coming out of the East, all that experience. They're loaded up, and the Warriors back on top this year. I see Steph, Clay coming back, Dre. I reckon they're getting it done, taking the series 4-2.
Nice.
Got a score?
Solid picks. All right, so I'll start us off. I had Steph, backing up your call of the Warriors going all the way. Steph having a bumper of a season with his boy Clay back and the young guns around the edges. So I think Steph, I don't know if he'll put up the numbers in terms of individual scoring points, but I think he might be throwing a few extra dimes and being.
I'm gonna pause you there. Little hot take. I think Steph's also going to take home. I think Steph's taking home the scoring title this season.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'll save my hot take in terms of the scoring title.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Sorry. Carry
all
on.
Good. All good. Yeah. No, that's good. Good take there. I think Steph's probably going to drop some bombs. Hopefully. Rookie of the Year. This one is just purely based off the team he's going to and the rumors around how they're going to run their team. And I've gone to pick Jalen Suggs. Apparently the Magic have given the keys to the young lad and said, there you go, mate, run the cutter. So Usually that's a good sign that a rookie's going to get plenty of minutes and make an impact. So who knows how solid that inside tip is, but it wasn't solid enough for me to put some money where my mouth is just yet. But
I just asked a question quickly, probably for Sam. Is Markel Fultz still in the Magic? And is
Yes,
he meant to be coming back this year?
He's injured currently, but he is supposed to be coming back this year. So if I was him, I'd be going a big flick the bird to the Magic. Give me a trade. Send me back to Philly.
He was playing before he tore his ACL. He was actually starting to play good basketball. Like he was getting a lot of shit up until that start of last season, and then he started to play real good basketball, and then fucked his knee. So pretty unlucky use for him. But
that's something we know quite well. Between the three of us, there's what is that? There's
five
ACL surgeries or
ACL surgeries.
Yeah,
and counting.
Exactly. So we know
let's say that.
we know that you can bounce back, right? You can bounce back from an ACL injury.
I haven't.
Yeah. I bounced out of competitive sports. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Where was I up to? Oh yeah, Rookie of the Year. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Markel Fultz is never going to make a proper comeback, and Jalen Suggs will get the keys, and maybe we'll get a trade for Simmons for Markel Fultz and some extra picks. Who knows? Or maybe they'll just go 1-for-1 because they're about the same value at the moment.
Simmons just gets traded to be Jalen Suggs' second option.
6 man a year. This one is a bit of a passion pick for me. Seen him play real well, in moments last few seasons for his team. He got traded and has been putting on a real good highlight show in the preseason so far, and that's my boy, the Caruso fellow bald eagle. He's
Bald Mamba.
Yeah, the bald Mamba. That's right. Yeah, so he's looking sharp, man. And I was looking at the Bulls starting five, and I was thinking, I don't know if Caruso's going to push into that starting five. He's got some pretty hot talent in the position above him. Like he's sharing it with DeMar, right? Or
so their guard rotation at the moment, I think they'll start Lonzo and Zach LaVine, and then they also got Kobe White, and he'll probably come on with that second unit with Kobe White.
He's playing in the guards. He's not playing in like a guard forward role, like a.
I mean, you could chuck him as like a swing man, like a shooting guard, small forward type of player. He has the skill set.
Yeah.
Just I think he's only like 6'4", so size might be a bit of an issue there. But
right,
the way basketball is going at the moment, they're playing kind of like Eric Gordon at the small forward and Etwan Moore, who are like 6'4", 6'3". So Lou Dort
at the 5.
Yeah, like he could definitely play there if they want to play a small lineup.
I suppose it just throws me off when you've got LeBron running the point, so like it's hard to know what position everybody else is playing. You're like, is he a forward?
It definitely is fucking positionless basketball at the moment. Like you see Giannis is 7 foot ass carrying the rock up the court, like on a lot of possessions. So
yeah.
Jokic. Bam Adebayo as well. Bam's carrying the ball up the court.
He's got a tight handle, I think, in the paint at least. He's got enough.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
He's nice.
But yeah, so that's my boy Caruso for 6 man. Defensive, real like cop out pick here, but it just goes to show that I really don't pay attention to the defense unless it's like a highlight block. But I've picked my boy Rudy. He's been a contender for defensive player for most years, so he's got himself a good team this year. Still rocking at the Jazz, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how defensively minded players like Donovan Mitchell and Clarkson are, but
they pretty much play 4 out.
Yeah,
they have just Rudy down there, and if they pass, it's his problem. Pass to the defender. I mean.
Yeah.
Straight up, like.
So we'll see. I think besides the other options that you gave, I think Rudy's probably one of the other top picks there. And then for most improved, I doubled up with Sammy Boy, gone for my man in the Grizzlies. I kept this fella on my fantasy squad last year for so long, way too long, because the fucking Yahoo Fantasy News were feeding me bullshit about him coming back in a couple of weeks, and it just never ever happened. And so I'm
Day to day for months.
yeah. So I'm hoping, just begging that this guy has a great season, and I'm sure he will. And then my finals prediction also doubled up with Sammy again, like mine's. And I've gone Nets Warriors, and I'm picking the Warriors to take it out. Regardless of the Kyrie situation, I think the Warriors, they've got a great coach, great unit, really good depth, like really really good depth. Whereas the Nets seem
This
to kind of be
franchise, hands down.
yeah. I mean, the Nets seem to be relying on a few big names in the starting five. I mean, well, they got some good people coming on the bench, like
they got some
Patty
Patty
Mills, yeah. Shout out to my boy Patty.
Joe Harris, if he decides not to be a fuckwit.
Oh yeah, I mean he's definitely playing like a fuckwit so far.
Bleep that out.
Oh, you know who's playing like a fuckwit?
But yeah, so that's my predictions all done and dusted. No, actually, if I was going to pick, Skeen, you can go after. But if I had to pick a final score, I'm gonna say, let's go 4-3, Game 7, Warriors clinch it. It's just 'cause I just want the Game 7. But yeah.
I like it. What did I have? Nets and the Lakers. I'll say 4-2 to the Nets. KD Finals MVP. Oh,
yeah, I like it.
Maybe James Harden Finals MVP. You know, you give KD the regular season, and you give James Harden the Finals MVP. Yeah, I'll go with that.
That does suit James's style. Like I've noticed every year the playoffs that I've watched it in depth, it gets real like park ball, like it goes 1-on-1. The ISOs come out, the stars hold the ball, like there's no intricate plays. Like in the playoffs, it's it's just like those, what do they call them? The dark run, not the dark runs, like those blackout runs or whatever they do in the preseason with all the pros.
Yeah.
It just looks like that, where it's just the top dude versus top dude, no plays, just 1-on-1, who's got the best move. So that suits Harden.
Bring it.
Oh, James Harden, best 1-on-1 player of all time.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I believe that. I'm just saying shit about it. I like James. I'm a James Harden fan. I'm just saying stuff that has no actual weight to it.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
I would put $10 on James Harden Finals MVP.
Just $10. I
wonder what it's paying now. Is that a good bet? That might be a good bet right now.
Yeah, it might be.
Introduce that next question, and I'll do some quick research.
Yeah, I'm just doing the same.
All right. We'll roll into our hot take for the season. I'll let you start this one off, Simon. Do you want to give us something?
Oh, hot take for the season. I mean, I touch wood because of God. I hope this doesn't happen. But hot take, not related to any specific player, but hot take: finals never happen due to COVID complications.
What?
I'm throwing it out there. No. It's a likely possibility.
Why would you even throw it out? I'm going to touch so much wood right now.
I am already touching wood when I say that. But
hey, I'm on ACC. I've been touching wood.
Got it.
All right.
No, okay. And then if I was to pick a player with a hot take, let's PG has a terrible season and sulks and quits.
That's not that hot. No.
Pandemic.
I mean, if we go into a bubble, it's a wrap for PG.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got PTSD.
I'll hit my one now. Atlanta Hawks top the East. and Trae Young neck and neck with Luka for MVP.
Okay.
I'd love to see it.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying Trae Young runner-up MVP? I tell you what, Atlanta are looking pretty good in the preseason, as well as just how they were last year, and just the talent on their squad in general. That's not a bad pick. The more I think about it, the more I'm coming around to Atlanta.
Stranger things have happened. You know, the Jazz topped it last year and didn't have that. Well, it was said all season they didn't have that superstar. So I think Trae's going to take that next step, and those young pieces around him have had a bit more time to develop, and they're carrying.
Yep. All right. Hot take for me. Well, if we know anything from the league podcast, I'm the cold take guy. I don't be making hot takes. I be making accurate takes. And so the accurate take is going to be Giannis will win the scoring title this year. I think he's added enough elements to his game to take that to 30 plus. So I think he's going to win the scoring title. And then this is a hot take, but I wish it won't happen. It's kind of like a signing hot take, but I don't think Kyrie's coming back this year.
Yeah.
That's my hot take.
Nah.
I think he's going to stick to his. I think he's going to stick to his guns.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one. I think it's all over.
Yeah.
If he calls it,
and I'm still picking the Nets. Thinking that, I'm still going to pick the Nets though, because I think Harden and KD are the best. I mean, you've got LeBron and AD out there, but I honestly think at this point in all of their careers, I think KD and Harden are the better duo.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But you also got Steph and Clay coming back. That's proven deadly.
Steph, Clay, and Dre.
Yes, Steph, Clay, and Dre. And others now. Wiggins, Paul, Wiseman.
Yeah. If Kyrie calls it quits, do you reckon the Cavs will retire his jersey?
They should. Is my opinion. So I'll say yes. They should retire his jersey. How long was he there for? He was there from 2011 through to 2017. 6 years.
Yeah.
6 seasons.
That championship.
Won a title. Had countless good games. Countless clutch moments. Yeah, they'll retire his jersey. They should.
Yeah.
Why did he end up there in the first place?
At Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't his choice. He got drafted to Cleveland.
Oh, right. Okay. So he started there. Yeah.
There was a time, 2011, 2013, and 2014, Cleveland had the number 1 pick.
Anthony Bennett.
And all of them were gone by 2017. They were all gone. Anthony Bennett was one of them, yes. Question, biggest bust of all time? I say yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think Bennett was that bad of a player, though. Low key.
He was in and out bloody quick.
Yeah, I didn't think he was that bad. I seen some G League games of him like strapping it up, and I was like, "Fuck, that's a nice strap." He's got like he had like 6 threes in a game. I saw. I was thinking, put him in the league, man.
Bring him back.
He's a big boy, big body, and he's mobile.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think what I'm saying is I think he was a little bit hoed.
This is molten hot liquid gas take, but Zion Williamson, future bust, future biggest bust of all time, Zion. Let's just say, play it out. He never comes back this season. Keeps getting injured, gets overweight, and then just loses his trade value. Can't find a team, doesn't get the motivation, and just falls out the league after being huge.
I don't want to believe that.
Yeah, I don't want to believe it either.
But good take. We could look back at this, and you could be a genius because already quite a lot of injury concerns. Hasn't come into a season in shape. Like.
I was about to say, has he looked faster or quicker than he in college basketball at one point in his career in NBA?
Not for me.
No.
Not for me. I know it's college. I know it's I know it's a step down, but he was moving. Nice. He was moving in at you. Yeah. He bringing it all the way out there.
He's rubbing the dirt off his shoe with the ball, and then.
Yeah.
I can't find the.
Have you guys seen
Oh, go ahead, King.
Have you guys seen that Rudy Gay dunk? I think for the Raptors, gets a fast break and honestly cocks it the most to the side I've ever seen anyone cock it, bro.
I think so.
We'll put it in the story on the Lads Talk Footy.
Yeah.
Everyone can see it.
I'll try to find it later and throw it up.
I'll be able to find it. It's fucking.
All right.
Oh, it's Zion spec. Anyway,
Right,
as you
we'll
were.
go into the next one. I'll start this one off. We'll just go East and West, who's making the playoffs and who's getting the cut. So for the East, I've got in order. I'll go number 1 seed Hawks, number 2 Nets, 3 Milwaukee, 4 Miami, 5 Philly, 6 Bulls. The only reason I've got Philly down there is I just want to know I'm not sure what's happening with Simmons, and I don't know what chemistry is going to be coming in. The play-ins, I've got 7 Hornets, 8 Boston, 9 Washington, 10 Cleveland. Got the Hornets taking that next step, and Boston, I feel like they've fallen off. I reckon they need to look at maybe blowing something up, make a move, whether that be Brown or what they need to bring in for Tatum. Head out west, I've got 1 Jazz again, 2 the Mavs, 3 the Warriors, 4 the Suns, 5 Clippers, 6 Nuggets. The Lakers are missing from that. I got 7th seed Portland, 8 Grizzlies.
Hey, did you say 5 Clippers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think PG regular season he might carry. I'm not writing them off just yet. So 7 Portland, 8 Grizzlies, 9 Lakers, and 10 the Palace.
Okay. For me, for the East, I have first I got the Brooklyn Nets. Oh no, I don't. I got the Milwaukee Bucks, and during the regular season, I think Milwaukee will be the better regular season team, followed by the Nets. Then the Heat at 3rd, the Hawks at 4th. I'll have Philly down at 5th, just for the same reasons as you. A little bit of dissension, a little bit of unknown as to how they're going to end up. But for me, they could be as high as regular season. They could be as high as 1 if it all gets sorted out. But for now, I'll chuck them at 5. And then 6, I have Boston. For the play-in, 7, I got Chicago. 8, I've got New York. 9, I've got Indiana. And 10, I've got Washington. Shout out Charlotte. I feel like I should put Charlotte in being a big LaMelo fan, but Bradley Beal, I don't know. I'll go Washington. I'll stick with my instincts. I'll go Washington.
They've brought a lot in.
And also shout out Toronto as well. But you guys can get shouted out, but you're not on my player. For the West, I got the 1 seed Los Angeles. I think they'll be a good regular season team. 2 seed Golden State, 3 Phoenix, 4 Utah, 5 Dallas, 6 Denver. So that rounds out all the locked in playoff teams. Denver to me, fully healthy, is a legit title contender. But obviously they're going to miss Jamal Murray for a large portion of the season, as mentioned earlier. So they'll be down 6, but you would not want to verse them in the first round. Like 3 plays 6, you would not want to be Phoenix, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So Denver, a team to look out for down low there. For the play-ins, 7, I would have Portland. 8, I would have the Clippers, which, like Denver, is also just a team you want to avoid at all costs once Kawhi comes back. But I think, given that he's not going to be there for a large portion of the season, they're going to be down around that spot. 9, Memphis. Could have had Memphis higher. A lot of people probably do have Memphis higher. It's just that the West is so stacked, man. Like, who do I swap them out for?
They're quite young.
Portland, if it doesn't go right. Los Angeles, maybe. But yeah, it's a stacked West. So I got Memphis at 9, and then I have, after hearing the Zion news, I got Minnesota at 10. I'll shout out New Orleans and the rest of them, but I think Minnesota is gonna, at least offensively, is gonna be a good team this year. So I've got them in the play-in.
Wait, is Drew still at the Pellies?
Nah.
No?
Drew's Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We'll have to cut that out.
Well, I don't keep on top of every trade, you know me.
Oh, they just won the title last year, but
Oh yeah, it was
Alright,
the
you're up,
Giannis and the
mate.
rest
just
of those
divert
dudes.
that and do your standards.
Yeah, I have those. Don't worry. They're the best top 10 you'll ever see. East.
I've got Milwaukee number 1, the combo of Middleton and Giannis. Those two alone.
Yeah. No other stars.
No other help.
Nah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, go.
East. All right. I mean, we were just joking about it, but like, Milwaukee are a good shout for the top pick. It just depends on the minutes that Giannis plays, and whether they try and do like a LeBron approach and do as little as they can to get into the finals, or
Yeah.
or Giannis goes for some personal like regular season records. Like if he's looking to go for MVP or like the scoring record like you're saying, um, then they're gonna be pushing for the top spot. But okay, I'll yeah, here we go. Milwaukee in at first, and then caveat of no Kyrie. I'm gonna put the Hawks in, then the Nets. I'm just envisaging
Not bad.
The Nets do a lot of different starting fives and rotate their team around, rest them a lot, and aren't gonna push for the number 1 seed. So yeah, I'm gonna go Milwaukee, Hawks, then Nets. Um, then my boys, the Heat. They're my like. I think that's my team of the East actually, is the Heat. They're pretty hot. Um, and
White hot.
yeah, exactly, quite hot for the Heat. Yeah, and then after the Heat is my other team of the East. These are my two teams. Watch my list of teams grow. But
I got 15 teams and I'm keeping an eye
yeah,
on that
yeah.
Out of these.
And don't confuse me with a bandwagoner. I've been a fan of these teams since day one. So Heat at
I
4.
was a fan of the Celtics where ever since Tatum got drafted, day one. Like 4th year in the league.
I want the Bulls at 5, and then I'm gonna okay. Philly goes 6. Boston 7. Hornets 8. I think the Wizards are gonna blow it all up. So I'm thinking Cleveland, and then maybe the Wizards make the last play-in spot at 10.
Oh, you got Cleveland in the plan.
Mm.
I like
I
that.
did.
Well, it's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Well,
You did as well?
Yeah, I've got them in at 10th. I think Sexton and Garland. They've got Allen as well. They might
No,
blow
I
up
like
a
that.
little
I
bit.
reckon it's a good thing.
yeah.
It's an up and coming thing.
Yeah. Lots of teams might like put out their beige team against them, and they'll get a couple upsets. I don't know. Moving over to the West, the conference that everybody cares about the most.
East is pretty strong this year.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
like I was saying before,
But obviously, the West is crazy.
this year is one of the most even leagues that I've seen for a few years, so I'm pretty happy with that. At the top, I think I'm gonna go gonna back Sammy's MVP pick. Put the Dallas Mavs at the top.
Luka Doncic.
First seed.
Yeah. First seed Dallas, then second seed Golden State. Then it just gets so crowded, bro. Yeah, like you're saying, like 1 to 6 could really like fall anywhere on the day.
The last 3 games of the season.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to watch their records with like a few weeks left. Yeah, Mavs, Warriors. Well, I think the Jazz will probably go for another good push. I mean, just watching
Same
deep.
team as the 1 seed last year.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell was so gutted when they didn't make it through, and you could tell he was really dragging that team.
Plus Rudy Gay. They got Rudy Gay.
Yeah.
Donovan was really trying to drag that team. You could see he was real gutted when they didn't quite make it. So I know he'll be keen to go again. Lakers 4. Phoenix 5, Memphis 6. Who am I missing? Yeah. Let's go.
Portland.
Yeah,
Denver?
yeah, Portland. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm looking at Sam's list and trying to rearrange it to make mine, and he's got Memphis instead of Denver. Yeah, sorry. I was hoeing the Nuggets a little bit. So chuck them in there, and then you've got yeah, Portland. And where am I up to now? And Pellies. And then
Clippers,
Clippers.
I don't think
Clippers,
it's
yeah, Clippers. It's going to put them at the end. I was just trying to get through everybody else. Yeah.
Did either of you have any love for Minnesota? Was it just me?
No. We'll
Nah.
see, but I mean, like,
You're not feeling Minnesota?
I
Even with
honestly
Ben Simmons?
have the most unfounded hate for Carl Anthony Towns.
It's personal. It's all personal. I just don't like watching them. They're not going to be pretty. They're not making it.
Bruh. Man lost his whole family.
Yeah. Builds character, and then you'll finally have one.
Builds character, just not the character I respect.
Turns into a league like anti-hero. Everybody starts hating him.
Yeah. I'm not going to touch anymore.
Yeah, very cool. So Simon, we had our fantasy draft the other night. I'll let you get into this one. Are you happy with how you went, mate? Or
I mean, I've always backed myself. I think I made some good picks, but like, I pick good players that I watch during the season, and I think, oh, they put up good numbers, and they're good to watch. But I don't pick like the players that may not be the most well known or the prettiest, but just pad their stats in terms of being good for a fantasy league. And
did you go in with a strategy? Did you target anything?
Not at all. No, my strategy was to pick good cunts that I'd love to go out on the town with.
Great strategy.
No, I didn't. No, I just went because I had third pick, so I tried to pick a pretty good all-star, and then from then on, you can't really have too much of a strategy because the picks were just disappearing. So it was just kind of picked an all-star, and then just try and build the pieces, get some centers and forwards, and then expand out from there.
Yeah.
Simon picked the team that he'd want to go out with, and then he could get like some of like the off-cut girls that are with them. Like he picked like Clarkson, Shea Gilgis, Kelly Oubre.
Who'd you take first? Oh, you took Beal first.
I did take Beal first. You'll like that, JT.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
It was the fucking Mantis.
Yeah, I got some weird looks for taking that first, but I mean.
Who was still on the board?
Well, who did the first two players take?
Oh my god, third pick?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
So
he was putting up numbers last year in my team, so I just wanted him back.
Like fantasy numbers?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop you there, Simon. You picked a team that you want to go out on the town with. So you've got Bogdanovic, you've got Porzingis, you've got Vucevic, Steven Adams, Herder. Keep going. You got Dragic, Caruso. Sounds like a piping night.
He's going to town, but his team's just sitting in the fucking corner, doing nothing.
No, we've got Jar and Beal will be on the dance floor pulling in the girls, and they'll be like, head over to the booth, and then it's just 7-foot white men surrounding me. All real awkward button-up polos, like button-up shirts.
You've actually done the absolute. You've done the absolute opposite of picking cunts who can help you on a night out.
That's pretty funny.
That's my mate, Nikola Vucevic.
So,
my boy over there thinks you're fine. Alex Caruso sitting there.
Oh, you should go talk to my mate over there. I think he said you look pretty, and it's KP, and you can't see him behind the light fittings.
Just looking like a ghoul with his fucking scary looking ass.
So I was lucky enough to do a separate draft beforehand, and so when it came into this one, I realized I sort of needed to target big heavy a lot more, like early on. 'Cause, when it came through on that first draft, there's just once you go past like the first couple of rounds, there is no quality picks to pick from. So I went pretty all in trying to get some of that rebound blocks. I think that's sort of what I'm going to be targeting this year. But it was tough. It was actually pretty tough. It was a lot tougher than I thought. As soon as when I saw 12 guys, I thought you can build a decent team. But it was pretty tough. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. All right, we'll go.
Picks didn't go the way you wanted. What did they say?
No, I've relied.
You're stuck with fucking. Ooh, I have to pick Embiid or something.
That was my first pick.
Yeah.
I went heavily in on potential there.
Yeah.
All right. So the other day I put it out on the story, just asked for a few questions for this podcast, and we got a couple rolling in from the fans. Pretty stoked about that.
Fans. Shout out to fans. We do this for you. And we do this for our quick sponsor, MyZone.
We're just going to take a quick break here while you listen to a MyZone ad.
Yeah. Crisp line. I've never done an ad before.
Hopefully.
But I do have a good secure network, which is why you should get NordVPN.
I like it. All right.
Hey, maybe we should show the lads the Wild Buck promo video you filmed, JT. That's quite the good ad.
Oh, yeah. That's probably somewhere buried in the photos and videos. But
I have it. Yeah.
But I'm gonna send it to Wild Buck first. I'm gonna organize some sort of deal. If you see me drinking Wild Buck out on the piss from now on, you'll know why. Great success. I'm just in full Wild Buck cap, Wild Buck t-shirt, holding a buck. Yeah, boys, I think.
I like it. All right, our first question from the fans, Big Griffy. Shout out to Griff. He wants to know, is LeBron still the GOAT in his 19th year? He thinks so. JT?
Not in year 19, because I don't even think he's the best player in the world at the moment. Just because he's 30. What is he? 36? Turning 37 in December.
Yeah.
So he's well above any other 36-year-old that's ever played in the game in terms of his production. But if you're comparing him to cunts like Giannis and Kevin Durant, and even up and coming cunts like Luka, and even like Steph Curry, like it's too much competition to just say he's just the out and out go to the league right now. Of all time, at his peak, yeah, he is. He's the best player to ever play. Who's carried like J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, and Matthew Dellavedova to a final before?
You mean this J.R. Smith?
Yeah. Who's dragged, like, who did he have? Barry Gauskas, Larry Hughes the first time, and then that other time he had like just a whole bunch of like Rodney Hoods and stuff. Like
Nance Jr. Yeah.
There's your first part. You can't even name his team. He's just dragged people.
Exactly. It doesn't. No stars pop to my mind in some of the teams he's taken to the finals. So it's hard to see like Michael Jordan doing stuff like that. You know, like he had Scotty. Like give LeBron Kawhi Leonard from the start of his career to now. How many titles would he have? I know it's not a perfect example, but like
Yeah,
it's not a perfect comparison to Scottie Pippen is what I'm saying, but he'd have like 8 or 9 titles if he had Kawhi for most of his career.
For sure.
LeBron's a GOAT. Come at me.
Um,
People don't want to hear it, bro. Boomers are holding on, man. They don't want to. Their argument goes against like the natural progression of sport and professionality of sport. Like, think of how much these players are getting paid nowadays. Think of how much investment is going into their bodies in the off season. Think of how much investment is going into coaching and technology, and we're still trying to say a dude from the 80s is better than a 6'9", fast as fuck, hops as fuck beast like LeBron. Like, nah, come on, you're kidding yourself. And then Giannis is going to be the next go. You watch. Giannis is going to be the next go. It's a natural progression of things.
Yeah, I think I'll start my point off.
Look at me, dude.
Yeah, I think I'll start my point off with making that comparison, like between LeBron and MJ, because he's what considered the GOAT by many people, by everyone over the age of 30. Is that LeBron has?
He's more like 40 now.
Yeah, LeBron has has all of the skills that MJ had in terms of being able to shoot the ball. Potentially even better, when you step outside the 3-point line, LeBron has a much better trigger than MJ does. And then you add the genetics and the size.
I don't think he does, honestly.
Okay, I'm really just basing mine off playing 2K and a couple of highlight videos and stuff. Like, all I know is that
you got to remember that, like, just because he didn't shoot a lot of threes. His percentage isn't quite as high as LeBron's anyway, even though he didn't shoot a lot. But anywhere inside the arc, arguably maybe the deadliest mid-range shooter like ever.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. So he can shoot the shit out of that ball.
But what I'm trying to say is that I don't think anywhere that MJ exceeds LeBron's skills makes up for the big gaps between LeBron's strengths and where MJ ranks in those skills. I honestly think it's not close in terms of the greatest of all time. Like,
see, I went on a bit of a tirade, but I don't want to be the hoeing guy. Like, it is close. But the natural, like, you know what I mean? Like, he was an anomaly for his time. He was way better than everyone else and would still hold up in today's basketball. But to say as someone as dominant as LeBron 20 years on in a way more professional league is not better than someone, 20 years old from the past. It just goes against, like, I don't know. But it is close. I'm not trying to hose Michael Jordan.
We'd never get an honest answer out of either of them either, so it'd be hard to, like, ask each of them who they thought was the best basketball player, because they'd probably just say either themselves or the other person.
It's a good debate because you'll never be able to. There'll never be a clear answer. Like, even if LeBron wins 6 titles, he ends up winning 6 titles, they're always going to draw back to, but he lost 6 times in the finals, and Michael Jordan never lost in the finals. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan only played however many years. That's why LeBron has more points. Like, it's a good argument. Arguments with no clear answer. That's perfect.
So what you're saying is LeBron needs to play baseball
and come back.
Yeah.
He needs to play tight end for football. Is what he needs to do.
I would love to see that. I'm gonna have a go at that. So in year 19, LeBron isn't even the best player on his team, Griffey. Anthony Davis is. But you can debate.
Griff might actually like that because he's an AD fan.
He's a Pelly man.
Nah, what am I kidding? He has 10 LeBron jerseys. He's not gonna like that.
But is LeBron the greatest of all time? In my opinion, yes. Put him 1 through to 5. Defensively, he can play anything. He can truck that ball. He can throw the rock. He can shoot it from wherever. I think he is the greatest of all time. Next question is from our boy, our sharpshooter, Sammy Branks. I actually can't wait to get this guy on Thursday punt.
The bet god.
I will be putting the house on his Thursday punt. The house is going on it.
Get him up there for a Thursday punt and tell everyone that follows to put money on the same bet. But it'll be probably the one time it falls. But trust me.
That had the TAB closing down that bet because it's just too red hot.
Yeah. Early payouts.
So Sammy wants to know who's getting the chip this season. We gave all of our predictions earlier. I had myself was Warriors. Simon, you had Warriors, and JT, you had Nets. So there you go, Sammy. But he also wants to know our dark horse for the comp this season. I'll start off first with that one. I'm going to say Memphis. When we were putting together our list, I really struggled to figure out where they were going. I think Jar's going to come out pretty red hot. They got Jaren Jackson. Dylan Brooks is going to take another leap this season. I just want to see where they go. I know the West is stacked.
Like dark horse to win the title? Like
not to win the title. I haven't.
I think that's what a dark horse is, bro. Like that's a
actually yeah.
That's a hot take. Like they can feel the heat through the iPad. Like.
If we're gonna go dark horse to win the title, I might have actually read that wrong. I'm gonna go Hawks.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty consistent.
I think my dark horse, I mean, I want to give two, but if I had to pick one of them...
Green Bay.
I think we've been picking like two or... Well, I have been anyway, throwing another name out there just as a little security blanket. Like, I did say this guy, though.
Yeah, just shows how we bet, too, in the tab, always trying to hedge our bets and losing both.
Bet with uncertainty.
No, I'm gonna be real firm with this, and I'm gonna pick the Heat or the Bulls. I want either those two. Nah, the dark horse is the Heat. The Heat, honestly, are super sharp, man. Oladipo's gonna come back fresh, and they're just gonna run through teams. My boy Tyler Wet, Duncan, he's gonna get some good minutes. It's gonna be good.
Not bad. For me, I'm going with the Utah Jazz. I think they're still a really good team.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to win it, but if I have to pick a dark horse, that's the team that I'd be probably worried about if I was any of those top contenders in the West and whoever comes out of the East. So Utah Jazz.
I really like that actually. Donovan's going to be he's going to be a superstar this year. Our last question is Katie. Shout out to Casey. She wants to know who is each of our favorite players and why. JT, you go for this one, mate.
I think I got the same one as you, Sammy. So my favorite player, how could it not be just watching the style of play over the years, how much he's like changed the game, how like just cheat coded he is on the dribble pull up from deep. Steph Curry, bro. How can you not like everyone who's dogs Steph Curry, I kind of think, fuck, do you actually even like watch like Warriors games? Like,
yeah.
He's so good and like amazing to watch. Like he is pound for pound the best player to ever play. I will fucking throw that out there. He is a fucking fantastic player, bro. So Steph Curry is my favorite player. Also shout out to LeBron's legacy. I'm a LeBron legacy guy. I like to see him fucking succeed. And also shout out to D Rose. Those are my favorites.
Yeah. I like that. I'm going to go in on you as well with that, JT. I remember back at school watching it was the Miami Heat final series. I think it was 2013 against the Spurs. I might be wrong with that, but I remember watching that and then coming into it the next season and just seeing this absolute white wizard with the ball, just step back threes from anywhere. It was fun to watch. It was entertaining, and I was like, if this is what basketball is all about, sign me up. Grabbed his jersey, signed jersey, framed it up on the wall, and I've just been in love with him since. So Steph Curry.
He's the mantis.
Yeah.
If I was to pick someone that's on the come up as a favorite player to watch, I'm gonna go Ja. Young slasher, thrilling. If someone's gonna put someone on a poster, that boy's hunting down some big bodies. Ja Morant.
Is he the best in-game dunker in the league right now?
Yes. No.
I'm going to say no.
No.
I'm going to say no just because Miles Bridges is in the league.
I was going to say, there's,
Miles Bridges is a nasty motherfucker.
Zach LaVine, Russell Westbrook.
Oh, yeah, Zach LaVine.
Yep. I reckon my only argument on that is those guys are they're hunting the rim. Ja's hunting bodies. He sees Rudy Gobert and he's just going at him.
If you don't think Miles Bridges is hunting bodies, then yeah, bro, he's coming at cunts.
Fair.
People like Zach LaVine, I could see like he ain't too fussed about like just putting someone on a poster anymore. But Miles Bridges he's a bad man.
Yeah.
Could I also, if we're doing an up and coming favorite player, I like to shout out LaMelo Ball as well.
Yeah.
I have a
Tidy.
LaMelo Ball jersey, Illawarra Hawks.
Nice.
Not signed or anything, but just like I just wanted to get it because like I got his fucking NBL jersey,
Yeah, it's fresh.
and that's the best in the league. Yeah.
I went out hunting his rookie card as well. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so my favorite player, I will just shout out to Steph, both of your picks. Like, I don't know any other player that's as fun to watch, even off the ball. Like, as a person who loves a good line and league, JT, you love a good short ball and a good hole. The way that like even years ago, the Warriors are running elevator screens, and they're making this dude run laps through his team, and then they're closing off between, like, the kind of stuff they had to come up with to get him an open look was just so crazy. So I mean, yeah,
Get
shout
ready
out to
to
Steph.
see it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
That's what
ready
I'm
to see it
excited. Yeah,
again.
I'm so excited for that. But my favorite player, just in terms of being able to change the energy of a game and to get a crowd like from dead to instantly hyped from a single play, and I love his play style. Maybe not his trash talk, because sometimes he can seem a little bit off with the trash talk, but my favorite player is Russell Westbrook. Like, just his old highlights, and even
Young Brody.
he has not lost a step of his quickness yet, it seems, even through knee injuries. Like in the preseason he was looking quick, and he's still got his bunnies. So I mean, yeah, he definitely holds weight. If I was to pick an up and coming, I don't know if this is like on the cusp of like established in the league, so he might clown me. Like, I know he's been there for a while. I'm not like assuming this guy's been there for like 2 years, but I feel like he's still up and coming, and that's like D-Book. Like, he's still quite young, but I love to watch him play.
Yeah,
Like,
He's
if
still
you-
young, man. He's
Yeah?
still, bro, I don't even think he's 25 yet.
Oh, there you go. So
Yeah.
I mean, not it's a
Or
little
he's
bit
just on 25.
yeah, a little bit safer
Yeah.
than I thought it was, but yeah, definitely D-Book for young up and comer, man. The dude's got immense
D-Book's still got
scoring.
plenty of time, bro.
Yeah.
He is definitely
What did he hit? 72 points in a game?
70.
70.
Just 70
yeah.
flat.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
No one's gotten that close to Kobe's since. I think he's the closest to Kobe's
that's
81 since
Yeah.
Kobe dropped the 81.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, well, back to what Simon was saying about Russell Westbrook. Is Russell Westbrook the fastest player of all time?
De'Aaron Fox might challenge him on that, but yeah,
I'm talking prime Russell Westbrook.
electric.
Caught end to end,
Nah.
catch the rebound, go down.
Prime
think he
Russell,
is?
there is no one faster. Maybe D-Rose? I don't know, but D-Rose was just explosive.
D-Rose was
But-
moving. I don't think he was court to court faster than
Nah.
Russ, but he was. I think his explosive, like his herky jerky movements, his quick step off the little hizzies and stuff, is a little bit more explosive and faster, just like that sort of shit. But end to end, I don't know if there's anyone faster than Russ Westbrook.
Yeah, there's a reason he
still
gets all
doing
the
it.
boards. There's a reason he gets those defensive boards, because he'll turn a fast break it like into points real quick.
But definitely shout out De'Aaron Fox and prime John Wall as well.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
John Wall,
Yeah.
very quick.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, I think we mentioned this the other day. Bradley
Bradley
Beal.
Beal's, I don't know if he's as end-to-end fast as those guys, but he is definitely quick. I think he's more, for me, he's really quick, but I think he's more of like a slept-on quick. Like, I just say that so people like fucking realize, like, Bradley Beal's quick as fuck, bro. When you do that,
No, I like that.
and then takes off, he's actually quick. So don't sleep on Bradley Beal's quickness.
Oh well, have you guys got anything else, or should we wrap it up there?
No, I mean, it's probably, we were just gone over the hour. It's a pretty good time to wrap things up, I think.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers.
I got
cheers
nothing
for
to
that,
add.
lads. Oh well,
Cheers, bro.
cheers to a
I'm
good
looking
season.
forward to this. Yeah, bro. I'm looking forward to the season, man. My second favorite sport, probably, just behind rugby league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
Starts tomorrow. How fucking good, man.
That's right.
ACC, I'm going to be nestled up watching all day.
Live
On the
play and
pad.
bets
Just
every
waving
game.
away.
Yeah, play.
Nah.
All right.
See, boys.
Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we'll see you all next week for another podcast, eh?